Alrighty, BBay40 here with another video. This time we're back in Zombie Rush. I haven't been here in like 6 months since they kind of ruined the game with the AI that they came up with. But now they switched it back, thank God. We're back to the old AI, which is good. But there's been a lot of other changes, which I'm going to talk about here. You can see this. One of the things that they talk about there in the poster was a new shield game pass. It's kind of a new old thing. They took the old wave relief and turned it into a shield. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but what I want to talk about first is what they did. You know, obviously what I mentioned first was that they fixed the AI, which is great. Most everybody's pretty happy about that. But what they also did was added 3 zombies. And what they did is they took player zombies, zombies that you can buy with game passes to become a zombie player and attack other players in the game as a zombie. And the 3 that they used was the toxic zombie, which is a green, has a green gas around it all the time, which is poisonous and drains your health. Another one is the combustible, which is the exploding zombie. When you shoot it and kill it, it explodes. And the third one they chose was the speed zombie, or the fast zombie. It's supposed to run about twice as fast as a regular zombie. But it really doesn't do that, and I'll explain why in a little bit here. So those are the main things that happened in the first update. They actually did 2 updates recently. So now getting back to the second part of the updates, what they did was they, Homie Vegan modified the wave relief to a shield game pass. And what it is it doubles your, it doesn't quite double your health, and I'll explain why. It gives you 200 health, but so you have to burn through the shield. You have to burn through those 100 points before you get to your regular health and start draining your regular health. But if you know that if you play this game, your regular health automatically regenerates itself if it gets drained. If you don't take any more hits from zombies, it gradually builds itself back up to 100%. The shield does not do that. When you drain the shield, it stays drained. And you can actually run out of the shield during a wave. And you don't get it back until the beginning of another wave. So it regenerates itself just like wave relief. It restores your health. It'll restore the shield at the beginning of a new wave. But during the wave, if you take a lot of hits and you drain your shield all the way down, then it's gone for that wave. You won't get it back till the next wave. It doesn't rebuild itself like you do with your health. So anyway, I just wanted to make that, I made that observation playing with this. Since I had wave relief, I automatically got the shield. When he made the change, it automatically converted my wave relief to shield. So that being said, it's really probably one of the best game passes you can get right now. Having double health, having that shield, and a wave relief combined is just really great and keep you alive, keep you going in this game. So I especially recommend that for newer players who don't have any good strong weapons. This will help you live a lot longer. So anyway, getting back to what the changes are in this game, Homing Beacon wasn't happy with the initial release, the initial update 3.7.0, because he felt that it made the game too hard, too difficult for new players. And so what he did in 3.7.1, the 0.1 update, is that he took away the strength of the zombies in higher rounds. Or in other words, the zombies don't get any stronger as you go up in waves anymore. They pretty much stay the same. I mean, the difference is negligible. You don't even notice it really. They don't get any faster, and they don't get any stronger. Even if you get all the way up to like wave 200, you're still looking at zombies that are pretty weak and slow. But what he did to compensate for that is he set it up to where the game adds more zombies as you go up in waves. And it turns out, from what I could tell from checking the numbers, is that it adds one more zombie every 2 waves. And every single map now, it does it. It does it in all the maps, and every single map starts off with the first wave having only 20 zombies. You'll see that in every map you go into. The first wave will be 20 zombies. Wave 2, since it's an even number, one more zombie gets added. So you have 21 zombies in wave 2. Then you have to go up to wave 4, you get 22 zombies. Wave 6, you get 23 zombies. In wave 8, you get 24 zombies. So it's one zombie added for every 2 waves. And I've checked this out and tested it a couple times, and it's the way it works out. So if you get up as far as wave 100, you're looking at 50 additional zombies plus the 20 you started with. So you have 70 zombies that round in wave 100 if you make it that far. If you actually make it up to wave 200, you're going to have 120 zombies to deal with. And the timer hasn't changed. You only get 2.5 minutes to kill 120 zombies at wave 200. So it's going to be very, very challenging to get to higher and higher waves now because of the fact that the timer is still there. And it keeps building more and more zombies as you get higher and higher in the waves. So anyway, those are the big things that changed with 3.7.0 and 0.1. Now some other little things. Interesting note, the update when it first came out, the 0.0 update, advertised 3 times XP. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not seeing 3 times because your regular zombie, you just saw I killed one right there, regular zombie, is only 300 points. Normally, for the last 2.5, I've been playing since March of 2020, so it's been a year and a half, roughly. So for the last year and a half, I've been seeing 225 every time I kill a regular zombie. So I asked Humming Beacon about that today. I saw him today in a game. He was in his test server, and he opened it up for players to go in there and actually play with him in the game. And he's been really nice with chatting with the players and getting some feedback and listening to what we have to say. And so I asked him about this 3x XP. And what he explained to me is that for the last 2 years, it's been set at 2x. He never reduced it back to 1x. So a normal regular zombie is only supposed to have about 100 XP. If it were just, 1x XP, 1 times XP. So we've been getting for the last, he says the last 2 years, we've all been getting double XP. So the increase to 3 XP actually only increased it by half, basically. So it took the 200 and made it 300. So you're getting 300 points now for a regular zombie when you kill it. And that is supposed to be 3 XP. So he says. But anyway, I thought that was an interesting little tidbit of information there. I actually got in an argument with Fragment one time and said, hey, you're advertising this and we're not getting it. It's not showing it. Because he advertised double XP event. And the funny thing was is that the zombies, the number was still 225 over a regular zombie. It didn't show any difference whatsoever. So his argument is, hey, it's not given 2x. It's not doubling the XP. And after all this time, he didn't know, I guess. He didn't understand, and he couldn't explain it, and I didn't know that it was already set at 2 XP for the past 2 years. So really, in a way, it was kind of false advertising, saying that we're having a 2 XP event because we're already getting 2 XP. Anyway, enough of that. So I just thought that was an interesting bit of information there. So getting back to the game, I already covered the badge, or the shield, the new game pass that you can get. If you haven't got it already, I'll tell you, I highly, highly recommend it. Because it's only 400 Robux right now, and Beacon was talking about raising the price, which I wouldn't blame him at all, because it's really a great game pass right now. Double health and wave relief at the end of every wave. It's probably the best pass you can get in the game right now. So, anyway, now getting back to the zombies that he added, you'll see them come up here in the game. The toxic zombies, green, and just have this green fog all around them, which is a poisonous gas. So you don't want to hang around in the gas too much. But going back to what I said before, because Beacon wanted to make the game easier for newer players, the gas really doesn't affect you all that much. I mean, I was just in another game tonight, went up to around wave 105, and I had, you get the higher and higher waves, you see more and more of these zombies, and more of the toxics, and more of the exploding zombies. And I had a whole room, I was in the volcano lab, and the whole room was full of green gas. And I really wasn't losing any health. So it's essentially has become ineffective. With Beacon changing the game to make it more friendly for new players, he made all the zombies weaker and slower. And even the new ones, the toxic, is not very toxic, really. So you really don't have to worry about it all that much. But the exploding zombie is kind of a different story. And it seems to have quite a radius, kill radius for the explosion that goes off. The explosion is still pretty damaging. It's still pretty strong. And it can get you from a pretty good distance away. So I highly recommend for the combustible zombies, the exploding zombies, as soon as you see them, kill them off in a distance. Shoot them off in a distance. Because if you let them get too close, they'll do some damage to you. And what I noticed, it drains you about 25-30% of your shield or your health. It usually takes about 4 shots from the exploding zombies to completely wipe out your shield. So they are still fairly strong. Now, if you do want, I mean, a lot of you may not like the fact that they've made the game weaker, but on the other hand, there's always hardcore. You can go into hardcore and play hardcore if you want to play a tough zombie rush game. So, and now the third zombie was a speed zombie. And because, the zombies are not getting stronger, they're not getting faster the waves, the speed zombies really doesn't show much of a difference. It's supposed to be twice as fast as your regular zombie, but you really don't even hardly notice it. It's just a little bit faster than regular zombies, or the other zombies. So anyway, this is the biolab, and I wanted to get on the leaderboard. So I just I ran it all the way up here to round 88. Now you see what I'm doing is using my band hammer, because I found that it's just taking too many shots to kill all the zombies. And the band hammer takes them out, one swing and the zombies are dead. Sometimes you take out 2 or 3 zombies in one swing. So it's a much more effective tool in killing the zombies than just using my guns. So I did this for the last few waves here. And one thing that's really cool about this, though, if you got the band hammer, I highly recommend you try it out on these new zombies, because the exploding zombies, I mean, you could basically turn them into fireworks. It's really cool and funny. I mean, you'll see that here in a little bit. I get outside here and I send some flying up in the air, and they explode up in the air like fireworks. Watch these guys. There they go. It's like lighting off fireworks with those exploding zombies, which is really cool. So if you got a band hammer, have some fun. You can have a lot of fun with those exploding zombies. Now, if you do have a band hammer, I've posted a couple of videos in the past about some band hammer techniques, and again I'm doing it here, and I'm putting it on display so you can see. You want to get yourself set up with shift lock, and do that. You just go into your settings and you turn on the shift lock, and then whenever you hit your shift key, it automatically engages shift lock. And what shift lock does, as you can see, it always keeps me looking forward. No matter which way I turn and rotate, I'm always looking forward at the zombies. And the reason this is a good tactic or a good strategy is because it really helps to keep the zombies in front of you. You don't want the zombies getting on your back. You don't want to turn away from them and have them get on your back. And they drain your health quickly if they do that. So this really gives you a much more advantage in defeating or killing the zombies with the shift lock on than with it off. And the other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to take a zombie on head on. You always want to try to come out, try to come on the side of the zombie and swing. And what I do is this kind of side to side swooping motion, swoop and swing. And you'll see that a lot as I go after the zombies here. So I swoop to the left and swing, and it takes him out. So I don't come in, head on to the zombie. Because if you come in head on to the zombies, there's a good chance they're going to hit you and drain your health some. And this guy, I'm having trouble swooping him. But you see how I just kind of swoop side to side and take him out. Now the other thing you want to do is with the brutes, is you want to lead the brutes to the side. You want to turn them to the side before you take them out. You don't want to definitely don't want to take a brute on head on, because they will definitely drain you a lot. So you'll see that here. You see some brutes come out, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to have a diamond brute come out here pretty soon. I'll show you how to take care of a diamond brute. It takes 3 swings with a hammer at this high wave. So that's here's the diamond. You watch. I turn him to the right and hit him to take his first hit. And I'm going to go outside. He's going to come outside after me. And I'm going to turn him again and hit him again. So here he comes. What I do is go to the... I got to take out these other guys first. Take it to the right. See how he turned to the right? You go to the right, they turn to the right. You go to the left, they turn to the left. It's a very simple strategy. And it really makes it a lot more effective and easier to kill the brutes. And it really is pretty easy right now. I mean, I'm at wave 90, and I'm really not having any trouble at all, because what they did with the game and making everything, the zombies slower and weaker throughout the entire game. No matter what wave you're at, they're still going to be pretty slow and weak. But the problem is you got to deal with more and more. Now you watch at the end of this round. This is going to be my last round, round 90. When it hits 91, it's going to say I have to kill 65 zombies. I started off with 20 in round 1. Now at round 90, half of 90 is 45, so it's 45 plus 20 at the beginning. That's 65 zombies you got to kill. That's how many I had to kill here in this round 90. And if I stayed another round, I'd have to kill another 65 in round 91. So anyway, I think I covered all the changes from this latest update, 3.7.0 and 0.1. And if you think of anything else, you can leave it in the comments. Let me know if I missed anything. And also give a thumbs up if you liked the video. If you found it useful, share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I appreciate that too. And if you got a band hammer, make some fireworks. It's just funny. It sends them up in the air and they explode up in the air. So thanks again for watching the video. I'm just going to let this run out for the last few minutes here. It's actually about another minute left of the video here. And I'm really happy, I'm sure everybody's happy that they brought that old AI back, which is really great. But if you want to have a more challenging game, you're going to have to go into hardcore now. And sometimes, hardcore is just hard to get in. They run out of servers very quickly. So that's the next thing. If I ever get in touch with Homing Beacon again, I'm going to ask him what he could do to create more hardcore servers, because that's something that we really need. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Catch you in the next one. Thanks.